Well, it's super spacey, but it's also really rough.
It's fun, it's weird.
People said, oh, you can't, it'll never work. Take Space Hippie. The midsole we call crater foam because we've added rubber and plastic waste from the manufacturing process, and that waste material makes that imperfect or bubbly texture on the surface of the part.
Crater foam looks like garbage mixed with blue putty.
And then we wanted to layer in this additional element. This is the ZoomX, so this is the stuff that's going into basically our fastest running shoes, right? It's what Eliud Kipchoge was wearing when he broke the 2-hour marathon.
A barrier once thought impossible is now broken. Eliud Kipchoge is the first sub-2-hour marathoner.
When we made that material, it resulted in waste that we knew we needed to find another use for.
What we wanted to do was see if we can infuse those into the shoes that we were creating. What you get is this incredible feel underfoot. It's so bouncy. It's the kind of foam that is usually reserved for a super elite marathon shoe.
On two of the shoes is the outsole, and we call that crater rubber. What you get is a really speckly, really grainy, really coarse looking rubber, and it matches up really nicely with the midsole. The upper is basically recycled bottles, recycled material scraps from the factory, recycled post-consumer waste as well.
We processed it without heat. We just shredded it up, spun it together, and you get a yarn that just doesn't require as much energy to make.
It was crazy.
The Space Hippie knit looks like dryer lint.
You can have dark lint or you can have light lint.
Once we had the upper and once we had the bottom, game on. Now we've got a mission.
For the record, you ain't trying to grow, then it's done for you. For the record, lab on me going all the way. For the record, ain't trying to link, no time to waste. For the record.
Welcome back to Ty Kicks for another video, and on this week's video we're reviewing the Nike Space Hippie 01. So if you didn't know, my name's Ty and I do sneaker based reviews, sneaker event coverage, and I also do vlogs. So if you enjoy videos like this, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe, and hit the bell next to the subscribe button so you know when new videos drop. So let's have a look at the Space Hippie. The concept's a rather interesting one from Nike. They pitched the idea to us, the avid sneaker lovers, a little while ago, claiming that they were going to be doing something amazing with recyclable materials, which is exactly what this concept is all about. Space Hippie is an extraordinary footwear collection inspired by life on Mars, where materials are scarce and there are no resupply missions. Created from scraps or space junk, Space Hippie is the result of sustainable practices meeting radical design. So I picked this shoe up in a UK 9.5. It's my true to size. When it comes to sizing on this shoe, I feel like it fits long. It's not necessarily very wide. So if you do have quite wide feet, maybe it's worth thinking about sizing up by a half, but please be mindful that there is that potential it could stretch, but not really stretchy. So it may fit you long. I personally would say go true to size, or if you can try on a pair, that's probably the best way to go to know what's right for you. This shoe dropped in the UK on the 11th of June, and it will be dropping in the US in early July. They dropped on the Sneakers app, and they were a first come first served basis as far as I'm aware, and they sold out really quickly. I was unfortunate, didn't manage to get my hands on a pair from there, but I did manage to get hold of a pair for this review. And one of the things that's really interesting when they deliver is they deliver in just the box that they come in, no double boxing. So I do apologize for the state of this box, but it did have tape and all kinds of different labels all over it. No double boxing from the swoosh, unfortunately. Probably because of that sustainability element. They didn't want to ruin basically that idea of being as low emissions as possible and keeping that carbon footprint down. The downside is that I think it's caused a bit of a headache for companies like StockX, which didn't really know what to do without having a proper DS box. But some people were fortunate enough to be able to remove them. I probably will try some more to get some of this tape off. Inside the box, you see the branding, Space Hippie, Nike Trash Transformed, and we've got the 010203 on there as well, a QR code that takes you to the site that shows you more information about the Space Hippie technology. This has all been printed using a very friendly ink, a very eco-friendly ink, made plant-based, so definitely carrying on the vibes of recycled and eco-friendly. Inside the box comes this, as well as the sneakers. It comes with this woven bag which has the Nike Space Hippie branding in their particular font with the 010203 numbers on the side, and it feels really nice actually. It's got two handles and it's a really nice tote bag. And these are the shoes. This is the Nike Space Hippie 01. What do you think to it? If you really like this or any of the other Space Hippie shoes, please give me your vibes in the comments down below. It'd be really good to know what you think about these. If you pick these up in the UK and Europe, what are your vibes with them on feet? Are you looking forward to these over in the US? You need to tell me what your thoughts are on this concept. It's really, really key for me and know what you guys are feeling in the sneaker industry right now. So the upper is comprised of a recycled knit material. It's not a standard fly knit material as you would normally get, but there are areas that are more stretchy than others, especially around the area where you would have normally a tongue. That material through the tongue area has a bit more flex. Also around the sock liner region, there is a little bit more stretch there as well. You've got these really, really bright flashes of orange, crimson style on the sides with the Nike swoosh stitching, which I absolutely love. It doesn't even stitch in straight lines. It almost sort of swooshes around, and it's just a very organic way to be able to stitch the Nike swoosh into the side. The lacing system is really cool. It's got pieces of material that run either side of the central area of the shoe, and then woven into it is this black string, basically looks like a black lace that's been sort of zigzagged along the exterior and interior, and then you've got this multicolored type laces that loop through those loopholes. It's a really impressive and cool way to create a new lacing system for a new silhouette, and I really dig it. It's so cool. And one of the things that I really do like is you've also got this white material running through the center part of the shoe with the Nike branding in the Space Hippie font with the 01 right at the bottom of it. There is also a tiny little Nike swoosh there as well. The heel area has got pull tabs in this white cord material, and you've also got the Nike wheel branding on the back of it as well. Now, the biggest and most fascinating part of this shoe is the sole. This white material on the inside is the premium running cushioning technology that Nike uses in their performance running shoes for marathon runners. This ZoomX has been crushed together and almost like vacuum packed and fitted inside this midsole, giving this shoe some amazing comfort levels. On the medial side, you've got the grey knit material as well, but it gives you a little bit more aeration. These are pretty breathable and really comfortable to wear. I really have enjoyed them, and that is one of the big reasons why I said don't buy these until you see this, because a lot of reviews will just show you these in hand and won't really give you an idea of how they feel. I've been wearing these for nearly a week now and they are super comfortable, but they are long. So please take my advice when you're choosing your sizing, because I do feel like there's quite a lot more room in the length of this shoe. One of the things I was actually a little bit disappointed was that these midsoles seem to be maybe a little bit brittle. I did have a little bit of a breakage moment on the end of the toe, which I was obviously clearly displeased about, not very happy at all, but I love them too much to send them back and never get another pair, so I'll live with it. The undersole's got a really strong tread, definitely gives you a lot of grip. It's also got the Nike swoosh on the bottom near the heel area. It's also got stamped onto the undersole SH for Space Hippie. The midsole on these is quite large, and because of that you do get a lot of responsiveness. It's got a fantastic amount of spring back with that ZoomX and this particular foam outsole, and it's really amazingly sculpted. I really do like how it's being cast. Really striking with this sort of blue colour with those different pops of colour palettes running through it. Just to give you a little bit of a comparison between the 01 and the 04, this was the 04. This didn't come with any ZoomX cushioning inside it. And this also has a different colour aesthetic. There was a Volt colourway of this as well that had the blue midsole, but this one comes in more of a grey colourway. You've still got that pop of orange with that swoosh, but the design is very much more of a sort of sock-like material, which is actually quite flexible with some different types of lacing. After wearing these for a whole week, these are not as comfortable as the 01s by any stretch. The ZoomX really kills it in these. Doesn't mean I dislike these though. These are really cool, so if you can get your hands on a pair of these, I still recommend them. That was the Space Hippie 01. Fantastic concept from Nike, something that I really have been waiting on for a long time. Really enjoyed trying these and giving you the full lowdown on this shoe. So I think it's that time you got to see these on foot. So I hope you really enjoyed the review of the Nike Space Hippie. If you did, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. I really do love giving you the best content possible when it comes to sneaker reviews. And if you do enjoy it, tell your friends, tell your loved ones, stay safe, and I'll see you for another one.